G'day. I thought I'd run you through some Delta Blues tips in E. Just playing whatever came into my head then. So it's a mixture of Charley Patton and Ed Bell and Rube Lacy and people like that from the Mississippi Delta back in the 1920s and 30s. Great guitar players, and they all sounded unique, so I like to blend as much of those guys together. And once you've got all the tools, you can just go from one thing to the other and just keep coming up with your own variations of everything, but it's still sounding like you come playing from the 1930s Mississippi Delta. And the basics we'll go through here are I use a thumb and two fingers. I just find I can get into the guitar and get inside the strings and play a lot of double stops and be very deliberate about what I'm doing. Okay, so first thing we'll work on is just show you what a basic little thing that Charley Patton might have played in E, and I was just playing quite a bit of it. It's this, just playing the first two strings, the E and the B, and we're bringing the thumb in to just, okay. Now it sounds better if you're holding down that E chord, and say I'm hammering on that, on the third string there onto the first fret and back off again. So we're just playing the minor third and the major third. Even with just playing those two strings, it really sounds good being able to play a bass note on every beat when you're playing the E chord, and sometimes just dropping back to playing on the first and third beat, or the second and fourth beat, but the first and third sounds really good too. Mixing them both together is the object of the game for me. And then going to the A chord, I like to preempt it with a little blind Blake type of stumble. Just going, and one, and it's just going from using an A7. Okay, so now the idea was, what I was playing here was these first two strings and then playing the second and third strings together, as well as hammering on that major third. So we have, if we do that together, we have a little riff. And the two fingers together, and with the index finger just catching the fourth string there, the fourth string, which is the middle E note in this chord. Okay, so that's what we have so far. And to make it more interesting, the second time you might play it the first time. And the second time, bringing the little finger down here onto the C sharp note there. It's really hard with this not having a cameraman to show you, but so basically we're playing an E6 chord here, and I like to hammer on in Sun House style. So if you're a Howlin Wolf fan, you'll have heard that in some of his early tunes as well. Okay, so you're not even leaving the chord, you're playing a riff. It's one of the easiest riffs of all time once you get the hang of it. So to put those two things together, you can have a riff sounding like this. Messing up a little bit there, didn't sound too good. Okay, and at the start of the video I was playing this. This is like the outside two notes of the common E7 tri. That's an E7 basically without the root note and the other three notes, the 3rd, the 5th and the 7th in there, the flat 7th of course. There's the flat 7, which is D. But we take that D off so we can get these unison sounds. It's one string. Doing exactly there, taking off the middle finger and adding it back on when we get down to the 2nd fret. I don't want to go into showing you all these things I played exactly on the first thing. I was trying to remember exactly what I played. It's a tough ask for me anyway, because I was making it up as I was going along. So we've got over the A chord, as I mentioned before, or we can slide even on the bass. Slide it up to an A, which you'll hear a lot of players do. Sometimes just that. A7, typical A7 shape. Bend that up. And I did a little bend in that tune, bending from the 4th fret up to the 5th, so we get that unison. So it's just a okay, so it's a way of walking back into the E chord, and over the B7. At times, at one time, I'm going just in a B, walking into, and then sliding that up to the 4th fret, and you'll hear that in Rube Lacy's one of Rube Lacy's tunes. There's only 2 tunes he ever recorded back in, as the blues man. He became Reverend later on. But I love that guy. I wish there was 100 recordings of Rube Lacy back in the late 1920s. The guy was awesome. Okay. And the other one was going to full B7 and holding that shape, but taking your index finger off, and then so that's the 2nd finger on the 4th fret of the 5th string, the middle finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and the little finger is on the 4th fret as well on the high string, and the rest sounds okay to play them all. Or you can finger pick, pinching those two. these ideas, you can mix them up and put them in any order you like, so you can. Okay, so I'm trusting that you've been playing guitar for quite a while and you know some of these things already. Even if you're coming from rock music, you should know some of these shapes. Okay. Anyway, that's about all I wanted to go through at the moment. It's me and my brand new Charley signing off. I'll see you next time. Bye.